a couple of weeks ago as part of your deregulation effort at the EPA, trying to roll back these incredible saddles and bridles that were put all over our energy industry. Bill Weir, a guy who admits that he's reading little letters to his infant child, who's now a couple years old, and he renewed his terrible letter about how on your birthday you'll be breathing dirty air and drinking dirty water. I mean, this guy's he's a nutcase. He's an environmental nutcase. And they've, of course, the CNN thought he was an appropriate choice to cover the EPA and you. So I'm sure you're going to get really fair and balanced coverage. And here's an example of that, where he decided to fact check one of your deregulatory announcements on March 12th.
They were putting out press releases with such a flurry, about 31 different actions and rollbacks, that some of them had typos or placeholders at the top. We have one of those there. Trump EPA announces 000. You can see there. It's sort of shoot first, fill out the press release later.
You did something most administrators wouldn't do. You went on X and said, this is completely fake news. You corrected him and explained exactly what that was, that those weren't zeros, that this was an actual environmental regulation that you were trying to get at. And eventually he issued a half-hearted, okay, he got me there. But what do you make of Bill Weir and CNN and the media coverage you've gotten so far?
It was actually entirely about shooting first, coming from his report. And he should have done his homework. And quite frankly, if he's the expert, he should know, because this is a big regulation, and it's called Quad O BC. And he doesn't even know that we're talking O's. He's talking about them as if they're zeros. We're citing existing text, and this is what we're going back and looking at. So for him, he decided that, this was going to be an easy fact check because he didn't know what he was talking about. And there was a whole lot of arrogance here. It's important for people to do their homework. We have been attacked with this deregulatory announcement, and in a way where people will post pictures, videos of land, water from the 60s or 70s, and they'll claim that this is what we're going to go back to. We're talking about regulation from the last year or two. If the Biden EPA puts a new regulation in 2023 and 2024, and we're talking about going back and revisiting it, if you want to be accurate, post pictures and video from a year or two ago. You can't go back to showing us water quality from the 70s and say that's what's going to happen if we change some regulation from 2024.
So before I let you go, what's been the biggest surprise to you? You have been in New York State politics, and then, of course, we're a New York State congressman, a federal congressman from the east end of Long Island, I believe, right? And you do that for many, many years, and then you get tapped for this job, which is a very, very important job. And you get in there, you start kicking the tires of the agency, you got DOJ, you got a bunch of stuff you got to help President Trump do to roll back the regulations. So between all of that, the spending and the regulatory, approach and so on, what's been like the biggest surprise?
The biggest surprise is how much we can do at once. I was coming in here, I knew that there was a lot of work that we were going to have to tackle. We have a 4-year term to get it done. And you wonder how much can you get done in the first 100 days, in the first year. And everything that we're talking about here, whether it's canceling $22 billion worth of grants, it's the deregulatory actions that were discussed. There's a whole lot of different actions that we are undertaking to better protect the environment that we're proud of. The hazardous material removal response in Los Angeles after the wildfires is a perfect example of that. The Superfund cleanups that we're involved in across the country. The good work to protect human health and the environment and power the great American comeback. We're not picking and choosing what to tackle first. We want to fix everything, and we want to do it right now. It's been a surprise just how much we're able to do at once, and I'm all for it. I'm here for it. I'm happy to be and honored to be part of it, part of this cabinet, which I think President Trump did a great job filling with talent. And here at EPA, we have all the talent we need to make America proud.
Tariff wars, stubborn inflation. No wonder gold has been routinely hitting all-time highs. In volatile markets like the one we have now, don't sit on the sidelines with your head in the sand. You can take control and safeguard your savings. Aren't you thinking about that today? That's why so many Americans today are turning to Birch Gold Group. They've helped tens of thousands convert an existing IRA or 401k into one in physical gold. Is it time for you to hedge against economic instability or market instability with gold? To learn how to own physical gold in a tax-sheltered account, text MK to the number 989898. Birch Gold will send you a free, no-obligation info kit. Again, just text MK to the number 989898. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews, Birch Gold has helped many protect their savings with gold. It took us decades to get into the tangled mess we're trying to unpack right now. How long will it take to get out of it? And at what cost? Text MK to 989898 today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.